Hey guys, I hope you're all doing very well. Welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to be talking about Dune Part 2. Now, this is the sequel to the first part of the movie that came out 3 years ago, or nearly 3 years ago, I should say. So, kind of keeping up to pace with it was I had to go back rewatch the first one again to recap the story and everything that went on in the first movie because it was a very I remember watching it back in 2021, and it was slightly long and a bit long wounded to really kind of grasp the full story. So I did keep up to date watching the first part and lead up to the second part. Now this movie did get delayed about a few months in. It was supposed to come out late 2023, but due to the strikes, this is now come out now. So did this movie live up to hype and the expectations from the first film? And yes, it absolutely does. I would also say that I think this is a better sequel to the first one. And I really think they've really worked on, encapsulating a lot of great moments, some great acting, great cinematography, amazing music to really lift up the expectations of this film a lot more than the first one. Nothing to discredit the first movie at all. I thought the first movie was an amazing film, but this one they really put everything into this sequel, and it is absolutely spectacular. Now, for this review, I'm going to try really hard not to get into spoilers or any aspects of the film that can really be a slight giveaway. So I'm only going to kind of give you my thoughts on it and just explain it to you. So I think this sequel is more action-packed than the first movie. It's not like action-packed throughout, but I think what they did really well with this second part is capture more of the action in a more choreographed way that delivers more moments. There are moments in this film where you really do look at the way things are captured and how it is all structured out that really does deliver on things that you would expect from the audience, and they put a lot of time and effort to it. Nothing feels forced or fleshed out in any way when it comes to certain scenes. I can't really dwell deep into it, but they really captured the action perfectly. And certainly at the end of the film, you'll probably see, why I would, talk about that. So certainly a plus point for me. I think they got the action spot on. The visuals and the CGI are absolutely phenomenal. I think this is probably one of the best science fiction films that deliver on such great visuals. It's honestly stunning. It really throws out a lot of other science fiction films that can't deliver on this level of visuals and quality that Dune does. I don't know how they do it with the cinematography, but it is so spectacular. There are like certain scenes where you would see especially the worms that they used quite a lot in this film, and the way they captured, using those tapeworms in a lot of those scenes is really well put together. I think that's probably some of the most of the points I could really point out is this action and its visuals, but also the musical score. I think they've really delivered the music, and it really was so stunning. The sound immersion from a lot of the tracks really felt so immersive and just really well choreographed. So everything about this film really does deliver on a lot of things, I think, better than the first movie. The first movie does deliver on these things as well, as I mentioned, but I think this sequel, they really works on it very well and just made it so much better. And man, they really did such a great job with it. But yeah, for all of this movie's great moments and visuals, I also have to give special notice to the acting in this film. It's incredible. Every actor or actresses in this film fulfill their role perfectly. No one in this role feels misplaced or misused, and the writing is amazing. Some of the noticeable actors that stood out is Timothée Chalamet, Zendaya, and also Austin Butler. He plays as a Field Rufa, so he's a Harkonnen family member, and he's got a lot in this role that really does deliver. I'm not going to kind of go into deeps with his character because it's obviously going to be some spoilers are going to be revealed, but his role is incredible. And a lot of the fight scenes in this film, which you do see as well, so there are some fight combat scenes that kind of utilize some martial arts, is really well put together. I think everything in this film is a real standout, the way that they deliver this. One of my slight critiques, I would say though, I do feel some of its plot and story is a little bit convoluted to say the least, and some scenes are slightly long-winded. It kind of has the same feel as what the first one had, but I think even despite the first one, I think the second one, it feels that in a lot better, where it doesn't feel as overly convoluted and drags a bit too much. I think because a lot of the moments are delivered, and I think they deliver more to try and keep focus onto the perspective of the story and the narrative and the way they develop and build up characters extremely well. And this one is definitely more noticeable compared to the first one. Overall rating Dune Part 2, I'm gonna give this film a 9.5 out of 10. It's a perfect, amazing film. I really have no complaints with this film at all. Even the slight picks I gave for this film, it doesn't diminish anything of this movie's quality at all. I think this is really a must-watch film, and I think for watching this Dune Part 2, you should definitely watch the first one to really understand the story and the narrative, because it's a very long perspective narrative where there's lots of characters in this film and they develop really well. And I think this second one is more of a worthy sequel than the first movie. So yeah, absolutely watch this film. Let me know what you guys think of this movie. Please like, comment, subscribe, dislike if you want to dislike. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, that's about it. See you later.